back with another sugar-free review. Wasn't really expecting to check this one out, but here it is. This is the Reate Mantis. Their newest production knife. All black DLC. Of course, there's a non-DLC version too. It's a little cheaper. It's $347. This one is $377. Designed by Alvin Lee, who I think also did their pivot lock, I believe, maybe. Specs: you got a 3.5 inch L-Max blade. You got a satin DLC, which is one of my favorite finishes. Flat grind, kind of a sheep's foot. Got a nice little dip in the blade right here. Rest your finger. And a lot of detail on this knife. There's also a non-milled version, but of course you gotta go milled. Costs the same. And it's also hidden hardware, which is really cool. Got a 3.5mm blade stock, or 0.14 inches. This knife has been used, but let's see if it's sharp anyway. Looks like it's got one hang up right there. Dang. Yeah, just a little minor chip there. Not sure if it came like that or what. Anyways, overall length is 8.2 inches, so full size, my favorite. Let's do a few size comparisons. Spyderco PM2, Chavez 229 kickstop. They're pretty close to the same length. Almost identical to the Knoll Voodoo, a little smaller than the Best Tech Taipan. And one more, Vosteed Sop, a little smaller. Handle is 4.7 inches, 0.53 inches wide. Your weight's 5.1 ounces. Let's check the inside. Let's see if we can get it on camera. There we go. There's your weight relief pockets. Also, you can see your hidden screws. Also, this is 1 of 100. That's cool if they're really numbered. Not sure if they all don't say 1 of 100, but if not, that's cool. Not my knife, but still cool. You got a little cutout in the back spacer for extra room for the blade. Yeah, lots of detail on this knife, even on the inside. Reate is one of the best OEMs. I'd say them, Best Tech, and now even QB are all doing pretty good stuff. There's others. Tuya does good. Yeah, I'd say they're better as OEM though, which a lot of the times most of them are. It's kind of odd that the knives they drop, I'm usually not as interested in as the knives they OEM. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you own any Reate brand knives? Because I don't, but I own several that they OEM'd. Hidden hardware, as I said, but it is T6. It's not my knife, so I'm not going to take it apart, but I guess you take those 2 screws out and it'll start to come apart. I've had a few knives like this now. You got a milled titanium clip that is DLC. It is not reversible. Goes in and out of the pocket, alright. A little tight, but not bad. Let's check out the handle. Is it contoured? I thought it was flat. It appears from this angle that it's got a slight contour, ever so slight. And this really cool milling pattern, I like that. Adds a lot of grip. It's not going to slip out of your hand. Knife is a inset liner lock with kind of an exposed lock design, which has become more popular. Starting to see that on a lot of knives, which is really cool. Devo Tallboy, even a Kaiser has it a little bit. The Noah Ghoul. Yeah, I like them done like that. Lock access could be better, but it's not bad. Got a good lockup, good action. Your deployments. You've got these wild thumb studs. I don't even know if you can call them that. Flipper tab, which is very dirty. Ugh. There we go. I cleaned it off some, which is a good sign. If it's dirty, that means it's very grippy. It's kind of a minimal flipper tab. Fires right out. And these studs, I'm not a huge fan of. They work, but they don't work like normal studs. Normally, I would have my thumb hit the bottom of the stud and pushing up. That's a little bit harder to do on this one. You kind of got to get used to it, and you got to push out like this motion. If you're pushing up, it's not going to work like normal. Normally, you just push up. Fires right out, so you gotta push out with this one. Some may like that. I'm not in love with it, but they are different. I'll give them points for that. You got a very detailed backspacer, pretty much full length, some holes in it, and you got a little lanyard spot. Very detailed. Very well done sharpening choil, plunge grind. You can use that as a finger choil. It's not the hugest, but it works for me. Comfort wise, it's a comfortable knife. The milling really helps with the grip. You can rest your thumb right in this dip, although some jimping would have been nice. So much detail on this knife, really. They went ham on the CNC machine. Dislikes. For one, as I mentioned, the studs, but that's just my preference. They could have put some jimping, that would have been nice. A little bit more lock access would have been cool. And the price can always be better. For instance, $377. I'd be paying pretty close to that to get something that's OEM'd by Reate. So that just means they're making an extra big chunk of profit. It does cost more for DLC, which I understand, but still could be closer to $300, $250, and they'd still make a good chunk. But it is Reate. Not saying it's not worth it, but it could always be better. Yeah, cool knife. I'll have these linked down below if they're in stock still. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that hot button. I will see you on the next one.